Watch Transit TV right now.
Keep watching Transit TV.
Thank you, sir.
This is the difference between Arsenal and Chelsea mentality. And these things sometimes come from experience. Arsenal have now been in the title charge for 2 seasons. This is the third one. Chelsea, in this group of players, this is their first time. Yesterday, we saw Chelsea against Fulham. Fulham even been a better team than Ipswich. Chelsea went 1 goal up. By 88th minute, it was still 1 goal up. And they ended up losing that game 2-1. Why? Because Chelsea still felt that the players still felt they should score more goals. They didn't want to protect what they had. But today, Arsenal had the same... Zamina, wata, 65 million than they drain. Kai Havertz scores again. Yes, Transit TV, welcome back again to the studios. First game, Arsenal without Bukayo Saka. 3 points in the bag. We move again. Arsenal moves with 3 points. A weekend, usually this time of the season, usually difficult for players to perform, especially the big teams. We saw some, interesting results yesterday. Chelsea losing after going one goal up against Fulham. We saw Manchester City losing again, dropping points. Manchester United losing as well. Only Arsenal and Liverpool got their wins. Norwich as well got their win. Arsenal just one goal, moved them from 4th all the way to 2nd. 1 point ahead of Chelsea and 6 points behind Liverpool, who have a game in hand. What more can you ask for? There isn't much to talk about in this one. It depends on what you watch football for. For those who come to watch entertainment and artistry, there wasn't much in that regard. But tactically, there are so many things to look at in this one and in terms of the title race as well. So sit down with me and let's go and dissect this one. Like I said, starting with no Bukayo Saka for Arsenal in this game for the first time, starting a game without Bukayo Saka in the league. And all the eyes were on Mikel Arteta, what is going to do. And of course, Martinelli being the straightforward replacement or substitute for Saka, how was he going to handle the situation? If you remember the last video, the last game Arsenal played, I said something that Martinelli would be the natural replacement. And there's also a video that is out on the channel where we discussed the option that Arteta has to deal with the Saka's absence. So I said in that video that Martinelli, it probably will be an advantage for him because playing on the right side, he doesn't really need to communicate his game too much. All he needs to do is to get little space on his right foot and dig out a cross, either high or flat. And that probably will work better for him because on the other side, he needs to do a little bit more to create space for himself, either to get a shot of goal or probably dig out a pull-out. And in the first 5 minutes of this game, Martinelli had 2 crosses, which was exactly what I was expecting him to do. And what I highlighted in that was it now depends on Gabriel Jesus and Kai Havertz to get at the end of those crosses because he's going to make them. And he actually dug out 2 in 5 minutes. The goal as well came out from a cross from Martinelli as well that he shifted and got himself 1 yard and did the pull out. I think it was Gabriel Jesus that contested for it. He fell for Trossard, who also managed to manufacture 1 inch for himself, 1 yard for himself, and put in there that low cross that what's his name, Kai Havertz finished with no doubt, and that one was just put on the plate for him. So this is the temporal measure Arteta has put in place to take care of the Saka's absence. And what this does, like I said before as well, is teams are not going to really double on Martinelli like that. The only reason why we saw that today was because Ipswich, no matter regardless of what's going on with Arsenal, are not going to come to Emirates and try to be expansive. So you know they're going to have low blocks. So which meant Martinelli has some attention on him as because the wingers will always come back to help the fullbacks. But going forward, and teams who have a little bit more of quality, I don't think that Martinelli is going to have this kind of attention on him. So he probably will have more space to run at at fullbacks or wing backs, or depending on who they are playing against. So I think Martinelli really did well today. When he had the time, he ran on Ipswich and tried to create make crosses for himself. Of course, he's never going to do as good as Saka would have done if he was there today. So we can't really use this game to evaluate how Arsenal is going to deal with Saka's absence. But the important thing is that 3 points in the bag today. And moving out from that one, like I mentioned, there are two things Arsenal needs to. It's not even the Saka issue. This is different. I've said it many times, and I saw it today again. Arsenal lack that player that can run on teams. 90 minutes today, I saw it just twice. The first time was during Timber, when he took up the ball, took adaptability and ran at Ipswich and went past 5 players. Got his shot, which was not, of course. And the second half, Moreno somehow started to beat to him, made some moves and got his shot as well. This is one thing Arsenal does not have. Arteta has coached this team into a system, and they are loyal to it. It makes them, in the eye, very good team. But great teams always have magicians, always have players who, when the game is locked like the way it was locked today, they come up with something. Other players that can take a shot from long distance in top bins, or players that can run on opponents, not players that stick to the plan. Yes, it's good to be loyal to what your coach wants you to do, but sometimes imagination, creativity, this is where the great coaches come. They release you to do things that you can do. So Arsenal don't have that player, especially in the attacking phase. What is the Gabriel Jesus can dribble, but of course he is not a player with eye on the goal that much when he's dribbling. Another player that would have done that for, I think that's one of the reasons why Arteta brought in Raheem Sterling, but obviously he has come. It looks like he has not been what Arteta hoped for when he was making that, signing that deal. So Arsenal needs that player that can grab this game, run at teams and manufacture something, draw teams to himself in the middle of that pack. So that players like Saka or wingers like Trossard and Martinelli will have chance, because when you do that, next time the team tries to get it there, when they cluster you, it opens up space on the side for other people, or sometimes can get your shot. Aston Villa had it in Rodgers. He just does it for Aston Villa. Kopama sometimes does this for Chelsea, depending on where he picks up the ball. Jackson does it as well. And even Santo does it for Chelsea. So yeah, Arsenal needs that player. And secondly, when Arteta said last week that Arsenal going into this season with the teenage squad, if you don't really pay attention to it, if you don't know, you would think he's just making an excuse of blind man. But that's the truth. Today, Arsenal had all the attacking options on the pitch. Gabriel Jesus and Kai Havertz, that's it. If you look at the bench, it was all defensive. I don't know how this happened, but it's really, really not looking. The only thing they have on the bench, attacking wise, was Eta Manere, who is not even a striker, or a winger. He's predominantly a midfielder, a 10. But he casts eyes for goals. So, and just 18. This is his first season for us. I'm not sure he had up to 2 hours of a Premier League game this season. So that's very, very thin. And I believe Arsenal needs to do something this transfer window, this January. They need to bring somebody in that department, either a left winger or a striker. But I would think they should go for a forward player that can play on any of those wings and has eye for goal. That's one thing that Arsenal lacks. Then, fourthly, this is the difference between Arsenal and Chelsea mentality. And these things sometimes come from experience. Arsenal have now been in the title charge for 2 seasons. This is the third one. Chelsea, in this group of players, this is their first time. Yesterday, we saw Chelsea against Fulham. Fulham even been a better team than Ipswich. Chelsea went 1 goal up. By 88th minute, it was still 1 goal up, and they ended up losing that game 2-1. Why? Because Chelsea still felt that the players still felt they should score more goals. They didn't want to protect what they had. But today, Arsenal had the same situation. Ipswich, we are even playing low blocks. Didn't really show much intention to come and get a goal, except at the end of the game. Of course, they knew that we are losing 1-0. We'll just try to give it a go. What did Arsenal do? They didn't believe that they have this one in the bag. They tried to also go play their own low blocks, protect the lead that they have. Ateta even signaled that by removing Gabriel Jesus and bringing in Thomas Partey. So this is where the experience or the know-how on how to go on title charge. And this is why Arsenal is better suited for this title challenge against Liverpool than Chelsea. Chelsea, sometimes, yeah, you can blame the coach yesterday for not, giving the players that signal that, hey, if you cannot score more goals, let's protect what we have. But then again, the players themselves, sometimes you don't even need the coach to tell you. You know that you have to run back and protect what you have. So that's the difference between Chelsea and Arsenal going into this title charge. Then I want to singular. I've intentionally not been talking about Lewis Kelly on Arsenal games, but today I want to singular that young man. I think he needs to be taken seriously. His decision making is top notch. His application, you watch him, this is not coached. He has it, and the confidence and physicality that he possesses. Wow. I know all the knowledge is about Itawaneri, but I tell you, Miles Lewis Kelly is going to be a huge star for Arsenal. And in future, he probably will not be playing as a left back. But I like the fact that he started his career from that position, which gives him, like I always say, has given him that opportunity to learn the dirty side of the game and grow from there. But in terms of flair, creativity, he even made 2 moves today in attacking sense of it. One, the chest pass that he did, and secondly, was a turn that he spinned off of the body of an Ipswich player. And that takes me to the last point of this game, which is it was too slow. It was too side to side and all that. Arsenal, we are too safe today. I know that they were playing against a low block, but it was also easy to defend. And luckily they found a way, but it was just too safe. There wasn't that penetrative passes. There wasn't that run on Ipswich. I think it paid off, yes, but I think they had it, and this is what you get when everybody has played and you have to win. I think that also played in the minds of the players that this is a match that we must not lose, that we have to win, can't even draw. So once they win or they found a way and scored that goal, they just kind of played with their handbrakes on, like Wenger always says. But what is important, they have the 3 points in the bag, moved to second position. Arsenal now, I think they have the best defense in the league right now in terms of numbers. In terms of goals, better goal difference with Chelsea. And, so yeah, looking good. In terms of the title charge, you don't have to complain about this one. 3 points in the bag, you move on to the next one. So let me know what you think. What was important to you today? Was it the way the team played or getting the 3 points? Do you think this team you saw today looked like a team that can push Liverpool? Or you feel Arsenal doesn't have the quality? And what does Arsenal need to do to mount this charge? Let me know what you think in the comment section. I will go again on Sunday. I'll see you. Ciao.